a hidden meaning behind the 484 number. The 484 number is actually the number of my father's grave. When my dad died when I was quite young, I didn't realize that he didn't have a tombstone. All he had was a 484 blockade on it, and that kind of pissed me off. And it's and in order for myself to recover from that sort of trauma, I sort of said, why don't I just call the band Satellite 484 to honor his memory? And it kind of really worked out for the best, because since Cherie joined the band, she literally brought more positivity into the band's sound, and it kind of got me over the grieving process. So yeah, there is a bit of a dark meaning to Satellite 484. It's actually a frequency between space and the dead, or energy. It's really quite bizarre, but it kind of works in a very abstract kind of way. The Mirage album was literally our view on the music industry at the time. We sort of saw it as a dream, that it was there, but it was impossible to reach. So, and that's literally what the Mirage album really is all about. During that time period, we were always listening to Brazilian salsa music and a lot of dub. We were always surrounded by all these little palm trees in Portugal. And the one day, Cherie came up to me and said, well, how about we do like a sort of nice Brazilian / dub-ish track. And we wrote down The Lonely Palm on a piece of paper. After a few days, we got back in the studio, and The Lonely Palm was created. During that time in Portugal, we used to spend a lot of time in a taverna called The Wave, where they used to play loads of reggae music, and we used to drink loads of cocktails there, and just have a lot of fun. And which also inspired us to write The Lonely Palm. In fact, a lot of our videos of it was actually shot in that very restaurant, where they had like all these amazing tables made of with glass, where you could actually see right through it, and we used to have little sort of sea sand and sort of magical displays on it. And that's where we actually came up with that idea. So we just thought maybe a song that reminds us about our holiday would be the perfect sort of song to go with the album, and yeah, it really felt good creating that.
When I go into the studio, I always get the ideas when I'm there, when we play the music. It seems to just flow. Stargaze was a particular easy one to do. The vocals I just put together, just randomly. I get the ideas, get a feel for the music. I listen, take it in. Nothing goes to plan. But it does in the end.
The idea of Stargaze, actually, it was actually first written on an iPad. We came up with a few ideas using several applications, and then as the song progressed, we got Cherie in the studio, and she just came up with started doing a bit of scatting, and that's where the whole idea came from. During the recording of Wishing Well, we actually used the actual bathtub as a means for sampling, especially in the beginning of the track where Cherie says, "Like to make a wish." We kind of flipped a coin. We'd actually hit the bathtub a couple of times, and we sampled it, and it really worked very well with well, probably bringing up the industrial side of the band, which is still very much there. So that's where we came up with the intro for Wishing Well. I just felt that I wanted to take music to a different level of consciousness. You know, I wanted to take the actual listener to a completely different world. I was finding contemporary music quite boring as such, and I think, you know, if music doesn't move you, it doesn't take you anywhere, then why the hell are you doing it in the first place? You know, so so that's the main reason why I got into this form of music. There's like to me, it's an exciting way to actually express yourself without being bound, without people stopping you from doing what exactly what you really want to do.